what I realised would probably be handy is if I actually went through the challenges themselves, because that's one thing I seem to omit last video, which I think would be pretty handy to go over, so you and I know what I'm doing, so I know what I'm supposed to do when I look back on this. So I'll just go through them, really. No caffeine, which includes coffee, obviously. Also any tea that has caffeine in it. Green tea, kind of the only tea I drink which has caffeine in it. Unless English breakfast tea does. I'll have to have a look at that. And then I'll be cutting that out as well. Journaling every day, so that can be just any type of journaling, at least 5 minutes ideally, just getting back into the habit of journaling every day. Some are probably mainly reflective, introspective, that sort of jazz. Meditating 1 hour each day, waking at 5 AM, cutting out sugar, no social media, cold shower each day, exercising for at least 1 hour, reading for at least 1 hour, no porn or masturbation, writing 1,000 words in my story thing, fasting for 18 hours, not buying anything unnecessary, so buying things that are necessary only, counting calories, and spending 30 minutes learning a language. So a lot of it is just cutting out habits which not all are entirely negative, but are essentially neutral and are bad in excess, so good in moderation, such as caffeine, really, and sugar, social media. But yeah, I mean, you can cut it out then, all the better, for me anyway, I imagine. It's going to be quite interesting. No caffeine, that shouldn't be too bad. Journaling, be fine. Meditating 1 hour. I've done that before for about a month. I think that was last summer. I did it for about a month. When was it? I don't know when it was. It might have been this year. Soon after Matt Diavella put up his video. Because I meditate anyway. I've been doing for a few years, but I never went over 44 minutes was my record. Pardon me. And then I just went into an hour doing that for every day. I did it for about a month, I believe. I think it was about a month, and then I just stopped. It was difficult doing an hour every morning. Waking at 5, that should be pretty fine. No sugar, that would be pretty difficult. Yep, they're downstairs now. They're like, as I think I said last video, they're like 4 or 5 cakes, all homemade. There's a new set just come in about a couple of hours ago of chocolate balls. Yep, honey, chocolate spread, cereal, new box of cereal, fruit squash, loads of squash, new in, stuff like that. Bread, I'm keeping bread. I mean, brown bread anyway. Complex carbs, basically cutting out simple sugars. That's what it is, really. Just shit like sweets, chocolate, even sweeteners I'm going to be cutting out. Should be interesting. No social media, that'll be fine, I believe. I go on Instagram maybe once every few days, just for the sake of it, for the sake of wasting time, so that'd be fine. And it also includes like dating apps as well, anything which is really social and media. Okay, that's a lie, because I'll still be using messaging apps such as Facebook Messenger, and WhatsApp. Cold shower every day, I do that anyway. Exercising for at least an hour. Again, it should be fine, but it's just being consistent. So if I'm not at the gym, then I'll be going for a jog / walk for an hour. Or I'll be at the allotment doing allotment work. Reading for at least an hour, that'll be fine. I just need to get into the habit. I mean, I'll talk about this in a minute, but that should be fine. No porn masturbation, again, talk about this in a minute, should be fine. 1,000 words, could be quite difficult. I take that back. If I don't get a job, that'll also be pretty fine. Which I probably won't get a job. I'm a leech. 18 hours of fasting, Again, a lot of these things I'm saying, these past like 4 or so habits, should be pretty okay, given this thing I'm going to talk about in a minute. Not buying anything unnecessary, so that's not too difficult. That's just a case of not buying books really from charity shops and clothes to sell from charity shops, which I've had a habit of doing in the past. Counting calories, I've done that before. Again, that's just discipline, just make sure I log everything on MyFitnessPal, and learning a language which will be Latin. Recently bought Wheellocks Latin, and every day for like the last 4 days I've made something, like cooked something, and then the book's there on the table, so I'll sit down instead of coming upstairs for my food and eating it upstairs or eating it in the front room. So yeah, that's the 15. There they are. Now, the thing I'm going to come back to, the reason I don't read for an hour, watch porn and end up busting one out, going on social media, not fasting and breaking my fast early. The reason I do these things is because of boredom. That's pretty much one of the main factors, is boredom. So if I can just keep my book there, say, oh, what do I do? I'm bored, I'm starting to get anxious. Don't go on porn, don't go and eat, put on your walking shoes, pick up a book and, do something productive. That'll, switching that mindset might take some work at the beginning, but hopefully it becomes more natural. Quite look forward to that. And the other thing is having a sense of purpose. At the moment, this is why it's going to be pretty interesting. Because at the moment I'm essentially biding my time, trying to do stuff like this, trying to cultivate positive habits for when I go to Australia, which will be like February, I'm guessing. So when I get there, I'm kind of mentally sound and physically sound, and can really enjoy myself, and have the first draft of this book done, which is why I'm not going now, essentially. I would be going in like less than 3 weeks, but I want to get this done lest I go there and leave it for an indefinite amount of time. So yeah, when I was at university early this year, so January, February, I had a lot of these. My routine was pretty solid, and I could keep it. I wake up at 5, I'd jog a mile or so to the gym, work out, leave the gym for like 7, wake up at 5, cold shower, straight off the bat, I'd meditate for like 30 minutes, jog to the gym, be there at like 5 to 6, gym for an hour, come back, food at OMAD, so I'd 1 meal a day, be done eating for like 10 a.m. I wouldn't eat again till the next day. I'd be doing my work, and it was all bang on. That lasted for a while, and then I just ended up breaking because I just didn't enjoy my degree. I came to kind of despise it, and kind of hence this discipline routine lasted only so long. maybe, I don't know, a month or two. And then I ended up breaking, overeating, stopped going to the gym, just, you know, when stress of uni, I had all this shit like dissertation, my exams coming up, insecurities were there still obviously pervading my life, and the only thing I really focused on was getting uni out of the way and getting my degree and grade. And yeah, I'm ranting now. Point is, at the moment, I don't really have a set thing to work toward, like promotion or whatever, you know, insert tangible goal here, which is pretty damn fulfilling. At the end of this month, I'm going to be, I feel a bit better, I feel much better. There's not something attainable or something I'm hoping to attain, or hoping to retain. For example, a lot of people might do this because the relationship's going downhill and they want to work on themselves to become more attractive, to, you know, resolve some of the issues between that person and their spouse. I don't have a motivation like that. It's just, I want to get my shit together. And having something as abstract as that could make it quite difficult. And that's one of the things I'm interested in, to see if I can still keep these habits going, you know, doing all this disciplined shit, while going, wait, why am I doing this again? You know, what do I want exactly? Because I'll be like, there's nothing I want exactly, I just want these to be part of my life, because I feel they're integral to a damn healthy life, and it's what I want to be doing, but I don't have a external, tangible goal. So yeah, we'll see.